What's up, everybody? Golden Eagle Eye here, and we're getting into some more 4-player ranked Catan. And as you can see, we've played our 6 placement games. We've won 2 of them, so we're sitting at a nice, 1/3 win ratio. And hopefully we can build that up. And let's get into it. We are in, and we've got the second pick, and very interesting. Kind of the wheat is clustered. The ore's pretty decent. The wood's pretty decent. The brick, not so much. Sheep is okay. Huh. So I'm not sure what we'll get here. Interesting indeed. I mean, we are going to take one of these ore spots. That is for sure. The question is, what does blue take? But I kind of like the 693. Worst case scenario, we can maybe get 810 on the way back. Although I probably see something like 8410 going, and maybe that's what we take, because we should be able to get some type of ore on the way back, even if it's something like the 61112 or the 6512. I don't know. Even like the 62 is a thought. So maybe that is what we take and kind of prioritize the wheat and the sheep, because there is so much ore. The problem with the ore is that like everybody else takes it, so there's not like, we definitely want to be on the 6. And I don't really love the wheat and the sheep spots. Damn. So that's kind of what I was thinking. Oh, that's actually a really good pick. That's definitely we were gonna take that. So for us, I think it's 6-11-4. We get the 2 ore spots. We've got the ore port right here. And then, hopefully we can get some type of wheat on the way back. I don't love relying on the 11 for sheep. But honestly, sheep's not terribly abundant on this board anyways. So, we're looking at 439, 83, 5411, all kind of potential spots for us. I really want something better than the 3 of wheat. It's gonna be tough. But we've kind of left it open for these decent ore spots. If there's 834, 5611. Black's kind of isolated down there. And I don't know what black's gonna do. Maybe 910-5 if that's open, or the 510 on the wheat port. I don't know. I think for us, we definitely take the 8-3 if it's available to us. It gets us a 3-1 right off the bat, which will be helpful. 2 wheat, strong wheat. I think that's the gameplay. We will take 5-4-11 if necessary. I don't like that pick from red. Well, the pick is okay. I don't love the road. You're not getting... Black's definitely taken that 510. I can't see a world where that's available for red to build towards. Wow, I did not see that coming. Obviously blue needs the ore. It'd be really annoying if they took that to take away our ore port. But it's a possibility. If I'm them, I prefer the 6-2. I think it's just the 8-3, guys. I don't know that this does a lot, like getting the extra brick doesn't do a ton for us. We want the wheat. And the 3-1. Blue might even take 5-10, actually, with all that wheat. Wouldn't be a horrible decision. But they probably want the ore as soon as possible. I don't think they take 8-4. It's just not good enough for their setup. Yeah, I could definitely see them taking 5-10 or 6-2. I think at this point, blue is kind of probably our biggest threat. Black is okay. Black's pretty solid. So I'd say, yeah, blue and black are probably our two biggest threats. I just don't know about red. They're on a lot of wood, but they're gonna, I mean, if they're able to get up onto that wood port, then yeah, they may be a threat. But they're only on the 11 of brick, so we'll see. Okay. Interesting. Huh. So that actually now... red maybe is a bigger threat than blue. I think just blue's gonna struggle. Unless they get good trades. I don't even know. I guess it's red for the ore. Nice. Huge. We'll say sorry, bot block, just to let everybody know that it wasn't us. Although we did steal, but that was a bot block. And wow, yeah, black's definitely going to be moving. Those 9s are actually quite terrifying. And I think black is probably the threat here. I mean, I don't know. Everybody's got an okay game. The problem for us is we only have the 11 of sheep. So, you know, our development card game isn't going to be the strongest. But once we're able to city up on the ore and get to that ore port, we'll be in good shape. There's our first city. So not bad. By the time our second turn comes around, we can city. Especially considering we only started with 2 wheat. So we've gotten 4 cards in, you know, basically 1 orbit. So now, when that 11 does roll, it's pretty nice. And now we get a couple... Wow, there's our second city. Unreal. We can do... Got the trade that they needed. Wow. So probably gets... The 6 probably gets hit here. And unfortunately, red has no cards, so that's us that gets stolen from. Annoying. Black's got to be pretty close to a city, though, too. Although I don't know how many 3s have rolled. But they should have quite a bit of ore. I'm pretty sure they should have at least like 3 ore. Yeah. Yeah. So there's 3 ore. I think it's just the 9 here. Or is it the 10? It might be the 10. I think that's fine. We steal one of the ores. Wow. Let's see what red does here. They steal from blue, surprisingly. I think black is the threat. Although maybe they're looking for a wheat or something. For blue, I would do this. They need the ore, so that's actually a good trade for blue. Okay, so there's our city. Wow, so we are on the 3-1, but I think just getting this second city up is nice. Yeah. It looks worse than it is. Although, I don't love leaving the 3 ore in our hand to be stolen, but... Okay. So what kind of trades can we get here? Could we do like an ore wheat for a road? It should be black if they're smart, but it does look threatening with us. Okay. Maybe red too, but I feel like black's the strongest. Are they letting the bot pick? No, they steal from red. So the crazy thing is, though, is like every time a 9 rolls, black's getting 2 roads. And they're on the 3-1. So that's going to be tough. We have yet to roll a single 11. So I think... Can we get that? It's a pretty good deal, man. So I think we'll just pop. Give that to blue. Give that to blue. I wonder though, do we still pop here? Get like a year plenty, a road builder. Even a knight is fine. do it for a brick. So we just traded with blue. And then they rob us. So we've got the knight. I think it is just black here. Is there any sheep out there? I'm okay popping again. Okay, there's a year plenty. So hopefully we make it through. Nice. 11 would be clutch. Or an 8 or another 3. Would be nice. Black's got a discard. I mean, again, it shouldn't be us. Yeah, there we go. Good block. Again, black is definitely the threat. I think you're strongest, black. Yeah, those coordinated 9s are scary. Sorry, dude, I don't have an ore. He 4 to 1s for an ore. Oh man. Not a single 11 yet. A 3's rolled it quite a few times. So we'll build a road. We'll build a road and then so we need another ore roll or another wheat roll. Not a single 11 yet. Wow. Big port from red. So red could be in the dev game now that they're on the 5 of sheep there. And yeah, if an 11 rolls, they're getting right onto that wood port. It would be amazing if the 11 would roll now. But like I said, another wheat or ore roll, and we can 3 to 1. And then get ourselves onto the ore port. So can we save any of that? What am I doing? Yeah, we get it. We get it. So then we will just use our Year of Plenty. And we'll get ourselves onto the port. Big 11 roll. Okay. Wow. We just need to make it through. Yep, there they go for the wood port. Now we maybe rotate. Red might be the threat here. With that 10 and 8 of wood once they get on, and the 5. Once they get onto that wood port, it'll be pretty dangerous. Pretty dangerous. And they're in, could be getting longest road now with this connect. So blue really needs to do something. So blue settles finally. So we're on 5. We're obviously popping for devs here if we can make it through. So hopefully we get like army for like 7. And then what's our path to victory? VPs and road settles. We've got 2 road settles that we can get to. But we obviously need knights and VPs would be ideal. That's a mistake by blue. I think blue needed to race. Okay. So we barely make it through. We are able to get our 2 development cards. We get a knight and a monopoly. They steal from us. I think that's a mistake. Red should retaliate here. Yep. So what's out there? Quite a bit of sheep, actually. Decent amount of wheat and wood. But how much sheep is there? I mean, there's 3 sheep from blue. Yeah, that 10 rolls. There's at least 4 sheep there. 6. Yeah, 10 rolled a couple times there, so there's quite a bit of sheep. So we'll see what happens. Blue might 3-1 it, though, if they're trying to settle the spot here. Okay, they steal from red. That's a big block, though, man. Damn. Yeah, I mean, if we hit that 6 there, we mono all that sheep, then we're pretty good spot. We're gonna hit blue for the sheep. And I think it's just another Papa-Dilly Pop, so there we go. So we've got army locked up. It's a big block on the 10. We clear our hand, so we're on 7. We're looking for like a mono play. To maybe, I don't know, a bunch of pops, or I don't know if that extra city really helps. I mean, it's a point, but so there's a second Year of Plenty, so those are gone. We've got 1 mono. I believe there's still the 2 road builders out there. So 2 road builders, another monopoly, a bunch of knights, and the 5 VPs. So now red is a problem. And they're going for road. I think we have to almost aggressively pull a knight here for red. I just, like, is it the 5? Is it the 10? Is it the 8? That's tough, man. Because they can get longest road here for 8. The 12. I think we just hold. It's an annoying 3 because they can settle here. They can settle for 7. Longest road for 9. It's not going to do it, black. Wow. Was it back-to-back 3s? It is. So there's a lot of wheat out there. I think we take the wheat. 13. Let's double pop. Okay. I think it's another pop. And I think at this point it's a hold. So out of all of that, we only get the 1 VP, which is kind of annoying, but we essentially need just 1 more VP. Because we've got the city in our hand as long as we can make it through. Do it for sheep. Wow. Let's just take that for sure. And then it's a double pop again. Okay. I think that's game, right? Yes. Wow. Crazy game. That Monopoly was huge. Yeah, we got it. That 11 did not roll at all, man. Literally rolled once compared to the 3 that rolled 5 times. So we still benefited from that, and I think we made the right play. We definitely made use of that 3-1 early on, especially to get our development card game going. Because the 6s and the 4s were rolling quite a bit. Like the 4 rolled 5 times, the 6 obviously rolled a bunch of times. The 8 rolled a ton as well for that wheat, and so yeah, we were able to get a city up pretty quick, and then once our first city was up, we were kind of cooking. And we definitely made a bunch of utility out of that 3-1. Because the 11 wasn't rolling, and we needed the sheep for the development card game, and, you know, we had... What did we buy? A Monopoly, a Year of Plenty, we had the 2 VPs, 5 Knights, and then a Road Builder. So we bought a ton of devs, and obviously that Monopoly was crazy. 13 wheat, I think it was. So huge. And then, you know, being able to just lock army up and get the victory points, huge plus. What did red have? So red had another VP, and I guess a knight. So yeah, but I'm happy with that. That was our 7th game and our 3rd win. So whatever 3 out of 7 is, a little bit less than 50%, I guess. So if we can get our next win, we climb back up to a 50% win rate. We've got 3 more placement games to go. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. 3 out of 7 so far. And we'll try to keep it going. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace.